All right. Let me take my jacket off. Let me take my jacket off. We got a lot to talk about. Hold on. I'm excited to be here. Good morning. Go Yankees. Yankees beat the crap out of the Mets yesterday. Met fans go away. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. Good morning. Lots going on. 2 minutes late. I apologize for that. Welcome. Good morning. Like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. Welcome. Good morning to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. It's the Wake the F Up Monday edition. Please like, share, follow, subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. We are truly appreciative of you tuning in this morning. I know there's someone in the chat room right now, but I don't care. I don't wait for nobody. I just start talking. Then when y'all come in, we can enjoy some great conversation. We can have a great laugh. We could talk about some topics. We could talk about some current events. And we could talk about how we feel in real time. And I hope and pray that all you guys that are watching and viewing this podcast right now are in a good place, in a safe place. I hope you're having a productive morning so far. Whether you're going to work or retired, taking the kids to school, please be careful while you're out there. So I'm glad that everyone so far, hopefully, is doing okay on this Monday morning. And it's Monday, May the 19th. This month is over because time is going by so fast. We're almost hitting June. You believe it? This is the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Almost 10 years strong. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Now, there's a few things I want to talk about real quick. Do I go positive or negative? Let's go positive first. Then, do I have a little tea and a little gossip? Sure. For some reason, people like to tell me a lot of gossip. I don't know. Do I got like drama gossip face? I don't know. But let's go with the positives. First, hope guys had a great weekend. I had a tremendously great weekend. My weekend was so blessed and so busy. I didn't get a chance to post my movements over the weekend because, I'm one of those posters, especially when it comes down to the comedy and the business that I'm in. I need to post more of my family, which I did over the weekend. I need to post a little bit more of that. But, I'm all, me, if you go on my page, it's shows and where I'm at. And that's basically what it is. I think sometimes that drives my followings low because I just post the same things. I might need to reevaluate that whole situation and get back into. And I'm posting a lot of New York Knicks and a lot of Diddy trial on my stories. I think they're funny. But nevertheless, the weekend was awesome. Friday had a big show that was canceled. Oh my God. I had a big show in Carteret, New Jersey that was canceled on Friday. And it was canceled because the promoter did his job. He sold the tickets, had people come, had almost over 200. He had almost 200 advanced ticket sales, 200. So the place was going to be packed. And the promoter does a great job. Shout out to my man, Lemon out there in Jersey. He does a great job with promoting comedy shows. And guess what happened, guys? On this Wake the F Up Monday, the catering hall, the management accidentally put another event with his event on the same day because they changed management. And I don't know what kind of event they had there, but they said to him that it was unfortunate that he couldn't do his event that particular night. And he basically had to cancel the show. And as a full-time comedian who loves his job, sometimes, cancel shows, it happens. It happens, part of the game. But when they canceled and, you have a legit promoter who did his job and the venue screwed up the dates, it's unfortunate. So shout out to my man Lemon out there in Carteret, New Jersey. And that show was canceled. So, and me for a comedian, I'm like, I need some work. I'm looking for what else is going on out there. And you know what? I said to myself, Harvey, sit down, relax. It's a Friday night. You always running the streets. You've been running the streets since you were 6 years old. Sit down and relax. And that's what I did. And then Saturday, got up and headed to the Bronx, where I'm from. My aunt Annetta Crawford, Mother Crawford of the Union Grove Baptist Church, celebrated her 85th birthday party at Eastwood Manor. If you're from the Bronx, New York, you're not really from the Bronx, New York, if you don't know Eastwood Manor. Eastwood Manor, I'm not even promoting these people, but Eastwood Manor is one of those catering halls, I think, that must have been there for about 150 years. I remember that catering hall as a teenager. We used to go there, was to celebrate there. Uh, I've been going to this place all my life. So it seems like it was like just at being at home at this particular location and celebrating my aunt's 85th birthday. God bless my aunt Annetta and all her children. Her son, my cousin, is the pastor of the Union Grove Baptist Church. My mother was there. My sister, my mother, Mama Harvey, 93 years old, young. Uh, we were in the building. We had a good time, and it was all about family, and family is first. And to be around my cousins and my aunt and my moms and just folks that saw me when I was a young boy, when I used to go to church with my mother, who was still alive. It was such a great moment, right? I was in the Bronx. Then I left the Bronx, went back out here where I live to Eastern Pennsylvania. Shout out to Jacob Holmes, did an incredible job with his comedy show. Down there in Eastern Pennsylvania, people come out and follow him. Jacob Holmes is the brother of the legendary boxer Larry Holmes. They come out for Jacob. Jacob did a great job. The comedians were awesome. Mitch J from Jersey and my man Timmy Hall from Baltimore. They destroyed the room. So I just want to give you a recap over the weekend. And then guess what? Yesterday, I drove back to New York. Back to New York. I was on 117th and Fifth Avenue at this private catering hall called Salsa Catering Hall. And I was the guest comedian for this organization, the Founders Club. No, wait, I want to make sure I get it right. It was an organization. It was the National Organization. Hold on, guys. Just want to get this right. And then it leads to my story. But I need to get this right because it was so important. And it was such a great event last night. And let's see, what was the name? Okay. So it was the Riverside Club, right? And it was, they were celebrating the 43rd Founders Day observance. And the name of the club was the Sharon Barnes hired me and DJ Hot Sauce. Oh, it was, let me see. Oh, I left my glasses in the car. So it was the National Association. It was the National Association of Negro Business and Professional Women's Club that's been around for almost 100 years. And they had me to be the guest comedian. And I want to thank Sharon Barnes for hiring me, and congratulations for her award. Congratulations to Dr. Fergus, who won the top award. It was just such a great event. And thank you so much. Salsa Catering, that was 1429 Fifth Avenue yesterday afternoon. Shout out to DJ Hot Sauce. We had such a great time, and thank you so much, ladies, for having me. That was the National Association of Negro Business and Professional Women's Club. I left my glasses in the car, and I want to thank them so much for having me. And a lot of people think that I do a lot of clean shows. I do church shows and special events like this, private events. And some people, when they hear my comedy, especially that regular comedy show, you think that there's no way that I could do church shows or clean shows. And I do them all the time. I'd like to probably say that I'm not saying that I have command of the English language, but I really do have a good grip on the English language. And I understand that sometimes you got to switch the words and you can't curse at shows. I've hosted church anniversaries. Hold on a second. Wait a minute, guys. Hold on. Give me a second. Guys, I've hosted church anniversaries, all of that. You would see me on stage one night cursing up a storm, and the next day I'm doing church shows. You wouldn't even know, you wouldn't even believe it. So I want to thank these organizations. Now, here's the negative. Here's the tea. Here's the tea. You want some tea, guys? I'll give you some tea. And welcome to the show. And I want to talk about that Mexican ship that collided into the Brooklyn Bridge. Put a #1 chat room if you saw that on the news. We'll talk about that in a minute. And I'll give you the tea. And I want to know your thoughts on this, guys. And welcome to the show. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Special guest this week. We got Sophie the comedian. We had Jamie Roberts, who owns Comedy in Harlem. We got a few other, I got an actor coming up this week. We're going to expand the show. We're going to do the 5 days. I'll let you guys know. And so as we start to expand the show, obviously we're gonna have more guests. We also have Senny, of course. We got SennyJ, Miss Miko. That's never changing. And then we have a special guest. Can I give you a little bit of tea? So I'm doing that. Okay. You want to hear it, right? Put #1 chat room. You want to hear a little bit of tea. Okay, so check this out on the Wake the F Up Money on this beautiful Monday morning. I don't know where you guys are. It is a little breezy outside here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, but it is just so sunny and beautiful outside. I'll put #1 in the chat room. You know what, matter of fact, I want to see the hearts in the chat room real quick. I want to see the hearts in the chat room right now. Roma Johnson, good morning. Alfreda Jackson, good morning. Sister Soldier, God bless y'all. So I'm doing this upcoming show, right? And the promoter came out of, who's in the Dominican Republic? Let me see that. Sister Soldier, you in the Dominican Republic? Oh, by the way, I took Cooper to the daycare center, to the doggy daycare. I took Cooper to the doggy daycare. So he's over there running with his friends. Okay, so what I was going to say. Let me give you the tea. Pick up the tea. I'm doing this upcoming show, right, with this promoter that I used to work with back in the day, right, who went in retirement from doing comedy shows. And now he's back to doing comedy shows. So it's his first comedy show in about 5 years, 6 years, right? He's a very popular person in this particular town, in this region, and everybody got love for him. So when he announced he's having a comedy show, the tickets started moving. Now the lineup is incredible. It's me and a few other comedians. I thought it was, I looked at the flyer, I was like, wow, it's crazy. And I was honored to be on the show with this particular comedian. And he was excited to he wanted me on the show. I was available, and I'm excited about doing this particular show. Now, this is a show that's not going to cancel, hopefully. And then the promoter calls me and he said, hey, man, the young lady who supports you, that live out here, she wants to come to the show. I said, oh, yeah, that's great. That's great. And I said, so how the ticket is moving? He said, yeah, man, ticket is moving. But he said to me, he said, Shawn, the young lady wanted, some tickets and the table. So I said, yeah, I have it available. And she said to him, hold my tickets and hold the table. He told her, it's going to be very difficult for me to hold the table. And it's going to be difficult for me to hold these tickets because they're moving so fast. And I understand that about a promoter. If the ticket is moving fast, the promoter's going to sell the ticket. They're not waiting for nobody. And I understand that. So the young lady reached out to me. This is a young lady that supports me throughout the years. And this is a wonderful young lady. And she's bringing her friends to the show. And I'm so excited to, see this woman at this show, which I think is awesome, who's been supporting me throughout the years with the local promoters in this town. I mean, I only go to this town when they hire me. And she texted me. She's like, Shawn, I don't understand. You're talking about hold a table. He can't hold a table. He can't hold the tickets. I known him for years. This is BS. I don't understand why. The only one reason why I'm going to the show is to see you. He could have held those tickets. That's my little attitude. He could have held the seat and held the ticket, and I don't understand. So I texted back, like, and then she started kind of, she wasn't. It seemed like she was doing a little character assassination on this Wake the F Up Monday. I'll get into a story in a minute. But it's weird because I know both of them and I know them well. But she's assassinating his character and he's doing business. And she's calling me. And remember, he's hiring me to do the show. So it's kind of in a weird position. If someone's hiring you, they're putting money in your pocket to put food on your table, to feed your family. And then the other person is a supporter who's bought tickets throughout the years, who's put money in my pocket indirectly to feed my family. But I'm not picking no sides here. Obviously, I'm picking the side of the promoter. He hired me. And she was very disappointed that, right, that the promoter couldn't hold the table and the tickets, right? So I said, okay, well, then I said, the only thing I said was, man, maybe you want to get your tickets a little faster if you can. That's all I said. I think that was the appropriate thing to say. Long story short, guess what? The promoter sold out the event. He kept selling the ticket. The promoter wasn't playing. I understand it clearly. The show has a lot of momentum. Everybody's excited about it. And he sold out the tables and he sold out the seats. And he wasn't waiting for nobody. He wasn't waiting for nobody. If you was buying that ticket, you got your table. None of us, we all can agree that he acted appropriately. Now, for the people that he know that say, yo, hold that until Friday, hold my tickets until I get paid Friday, I understand that as well. And sometimes that works, especially with the type of individual that you deal with on a one-on-one basis, because it's based on that relationship. And I get it. So why did the promoter announce that this show was sold out? He said it's sold out. He got a few seats left at the bar. Why this woman lost her mind? Because she still didn't get the ticket in there. And that's when I bailed out. I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, it's a really weird position that you putting me in. So I left it alone. She was pissed off because she couldn't, she wanted him to hold the table and the chair. And he's continuously selling the ticket. What's your thoughts on that, guys? Have you ever been in the middle of a quagmire where, and welcome to the Shawnee Place on Earth, where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring ways of seeing. I think I got my face too close to this camera. Have you ever been in a quagmire, guys? Have you ever been in the middle of a dispute with two people that you either love or respect or that are associates? Have you been in a dispute, for example, if you have children with two siblings and you're in the middle? Have you been in a dispute at the workplace? I know I mean, I'm not gonna bet my life on it, but let's focus in on the workplace. Have you ever been in a dispute at the workplace where one coworker you have a great relationship with, you have another great relationship with another coworker, they're upset with each other, and you caught in the middle? What LaShawn said. Good morning, Shawn Harvey Chase. I'm just listening today. No interaction today. MTA as well. What's up with MTA? I can't even say. MTA has the knee. Back on your neck. Okay. Let's clap for LaShawn Hayes Jones. He's listening today. No interruption. Speaking of that, before I get back, I don't want to sidetrack, but okay. So have you ever been in the middle of a dispute with a loved one, a coworker, an associate, or even somebody you don't even know in the street? You ever see two people arguing like, oh, wait a minute. So to be in the middle of this is an awkward position for me. And I think in a sense, and welcome to the Shawnee place on earth where you get your mornings done. I think it's very selfish. I think it's very selfish on both parties to throw me in the middle. Why y'all can't have that conversation? If you're dead and and the conversation broke down and the communication was lost, why are you coming to me? Put a number one chat room if you ever been in the middle of a dispute and you're like, oh my God, I love both of y'all. I lost a friendship that way, guys. And I want to talk to LaShawn Haynes Jones. I want your opinion on the MTA, the New Jersey Transit. Remember, the engineers went went on strike. Good morning, Miss Ming. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Shawnee Place on where you get your morning started. Have you ever been in the middle of a dispute with a loved one, an associate, a co-worker, or a stranger? You're in the middle. And like I said, unfortunately, I lost a relationship. That's why relationships are so fragile this morning. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth. D-Lo Mathis. Welcome to the Shawnee Place on earth where you get your morning started right. Thank God for and thank you for everybody who hired me this weekend for comedy. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the merchandise. Happy birthday to my aunt Annetta, Mother Crawford of the Union Grove Baptist Church. We celebrated her 85th birthday at Eastwood Manor in the Bronx this past weekend. And God bless you, Mother Crawford, and my beloved aunt. I love you so much. And happy birthday to you. I had a great weekend. And right back to this, lost a relationship because sometimes relationships are so fragile. I don't know. Have you ever been in a relationship with somebody and everything is good in the relationship and you're communicating and you're talking and we're talking and we're having a great time and something minor comes up and next thing you know, you're not even talking to the person no more because it's something minor. That happened to me. That happened to me. It was something very minor. It was a dispute between two comedians. And one comedian didn't like the fact that I agreed with the other comedian, and they stopped talking to me. Wow. It broke my heart. They stopped talking to me. And I thought it was something to me. I thought it was something very fragile that could be fixed. I mean, I thought it was something that could be fixed. I didn't know how fragile the relationship was. And I was shocked. I was like, wow, that's what we're doing. You're not speaking to me because I agree with the other person's opinion over it. I couldn't believe it. You're right. Stay neutral. You're right. Stay neutral. Shout out to the New Jersey transit engineers. LaShawn Haynes Jones, I'm assuming that the engineers are the guys that drive the train, right? They went on strike the other day. They shut down New Jersey Transit. These transit workers have all the power. Let's give a round of applause to LaShawn Haynes Jones. They got all the power. Let's clap. LaShawn Haynes Jones been sitting in that booth for a generation, getting cursed out, getting this money. She's going to retire well. But the power of good morning. Hey, cuz, good morning. It was I was just talking about Mother's Crawford's 85th anniversary. And cuz, it was so good to see you there. You looked absolutely beautiful. All your cousins and sisters and everybody else over there looked great. Angelique, thank you so much. The power of the transit workers is unbelievable. The New Jersey Transit engineers went on strike the other day, like last Wednesday. They wasn't driving the trains. And remember the Knicks played the other night? And I don't know if y'all know, New Jersey Transit plays a very important part in the New York City commuter system. Because it stops there at Penn Station, it stops downtown, and it takes everybody to Jersey. And the New Jersey transit workers were upset because of the fact that the New York City transit guys and the Amtrak guys or the Metro North guys, those guys, they was getting paid $10 more. They were getting paid $10 more than their counterparts on the New York side. And they said they wasn't tolerating it. And then New Jersey Transit told them, you're not getting this money because we can't afford to pay you an extra $10 an hour to match the salary of these other guys. Go Yankees, go Knicks. So guess what they did? They walked off the job and shut the train system down. That is a lot of power. Some of these unions are not going. Yes, we had a great time because we had a great time. It was so good to see you. And I obviously had to leave early because I had a show, but I don't even think we got a chance to take a picture because I don't even remember. We just had such a good time. And what type of power is that to have, guys? When you tell your workers, we're not doing this today, and they shut it down. And New Jersey Transit said, we're not paying. We're not doing it. We're not matching nothing. You're gonna take this pay that we give you, and you're gonna go back on them trains and you're gonna drive those trains. And they said, no, we're not. And guess what, guys? Last night they settled. The state of New Jersey gave them that paper. The state of New Jersey and the governor, they all folded under the pressure because they have to. There's 300,000 to 500,000 people that depend on the New Jersey Transit every day. And they came to some agreement last night. They're not running the trains today. They're going to be back out there tomorrow, back to full service, right? And LaShawn Haynes Jones, I guess she's a part of a powerful union as well. And they agreed to their terms. Shout out to the New Jersey Transit engineers. They said, we're not driving these trains unless we get this paper. And how would you feel if you knew that the New York engineers, the guys who drive the train, is getting $10 more than you? I would do the same thing. Like, what's going on? But when they shut it down, they shut it down. Shout out to them. Now, I want to talk a little sports real quick. We're just here for a few minutes. We got special guests all week. We subway into 5 days a week. We're going to try to work that out. Not yet, but we're figuring it out right now. We also have SennyJ with us, and we also have Miss Miko, and we have some guest spots coming in, every day or, when we do the show. I don't know if you guys are basketball fans into sports. I'm into sports. I love sports. I've been watching sports all my life. I'm a big New York Knicks fan. I know that. I'm a big New York Yankee fan. I don't know if you know that. I'm a big New York Jet fan. I'm sure y'all know. And right now, we all know what's going on with the New York Knicks. Listen, we got Jamie Roberts supposed to come on today, but Jamie will be on the show this Thursday, guys. This Thursday. Jamie Roberts, co-owner of Comedy in Harlem, will be on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team this Thursday. I need everyone to listen. Jamie has done a tremendous job, him and his wife, Nikki Sunshine, on establishing the Comedy in Harlem brand. Also, the operation of it each and every day. Power on. Thank you. Power on. And the sustainability of what they're doing on a daily basis at Comedy in Harlem. So I've always done my comedy shows at Comedy in Harlem, my birthday parties, the podcast. So we're excited. So guys, don't forget to tune in this Thursday, 8:20 a.m. The one and only Jamie Roberts, co-owner of Comedy in Harlem, is our guest. Put a number 1 chat room if you're a Knicks fan. Put a number 2 if you're not. Put a number 1 in the chat. If you're not a Knicks fan, don't even listen to the show today. If you're not a Knicks fan, get out chat room. You're done. Here's my concern about this whole situation. And it's really not a concern. Hold on, guys. It's not a concern. I left my, I got my glasses right here. Okay. I got my glasses right here. I'm good. Sister Soldier, you're not a Knicks fan? You gotta go. You know, I'm only joking, but you gotta go. All my New York Knicks fans, put a number one chat room. Here's the deal. We wasn't predicted to go this far in the playoffs. Now we're in the Eastern Conference Finals, which start this Wednesday, 9 o'clock at Madison Square Garden against the Indiana Pacers. And the Indiana Pacers, they're a great basketball team. Don't get it twisted. But I say that, and it's not an emotional prediction. It's what it is. I think Knicks in 6. Knicks in 6. That's all I'm saying. And we need to win game 1 Wednesday at Madison Square Garden. And then in the other league, you have the Western Finals between Oklahoma City and the Minnesota Timberwolves. We get into that in a minute. And then we're going to talk about the Brooklyn Bridge collapse with the Mexican sailboat. Put in the one chat room if you saw the Mexican sailboat collide into the Brooklyn Bridge and you've seen bodies falling off those little rafts. Put in the one chat room if you're a Knicks fan. Now, we wasn't predicted to beat the Boston Celtics, and you see what we did to Boston. Nicole Harris is a Knicks fan, thank you. And she's straight out of Brooklyn. She could easily be you're not a Brooklyn Net fan, are you? Because if you're a Brooklyn Net fan, or you're a Brooklyn Net fan, stay away, because you're part of the enemy as well. Nicole Harris is from Brooklyn. She says she's a Knicks fan. D'Lo Mathis from Brooklyn. She's a Knicks fan, not a Net fan. If you Net fans, go sit in the corner over there. You're the enemy. We wasn't predicted to beat the Boston Celtics. Welcome, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Matter of fact, I want to see the hearts in the chat room right now, if you don't mind. The hearts in the chat room. Special guest this Thursday, Jamie Roberts. Miss Miko is in the building. SennyJ. We have a full show this Thursday. This morning, you have me. And thank God for Jesus for that. What Sister Soldier, what team are you in? I can't let me see. Where you at? What's your team? Don't let me stroll. What's your team? We still got love for you. We're gonna put you in a little love box. You know when they play hockey and you do a penalty and they put you in the penalty box? Let me see the hearts in the chat room. Sister Soldier, we love you so much. You're a part of the show each and every day. You're not a Knicks fan, but because we love you so much, we're going to put you in a Knicks penalty box until this is over with. Now, in that box, you can sit there and hate all you want. You could go against the Knicks. That's fine. We still love you. But Sister Soldier, if you're not a Knicks fan, we're going to put you in that Shawn Harvey penalty box. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team penalty box. And you're going to have to sit there until the Knicks win the chip. And when the Knicks win the chip, I want you to say congratulations. Now, a lot of people all over the country is saying why Knicks fans are so emotional. Because we're from New York. We New Yorkers. We stay emotional. If you're from New York, you're an emotional person. New York, we have over-the-top personalities when we don't have personalities. Our homeless and bum folks out there got swag. New York is a whole nother level mentally. I live out here in Pennsylvania in the suburbs, but you see New York all over me. If you're from New York, you're a New Yorker. So it's very emotional. It's very emotional living in New York. It's very emotional working in New York. There's a lot going on in New York. So emotions are always simmering, regardless of what we do. So now we're in a position that we haven't been in a long time. The last time the New York Knicks were in the conference finals was 25 years ago. And a lot of people say, why are these young folks going crazy about the Knicks? You got to understand. Most of us in this chat room, we was around 25 years ago, I guess, because we're still here today. These young folks were little babies, or they wasn't even born when we're in the Ewing years. That's how you know how old we are. So it's very emotional for young folks. And with the combination of the way New Yorkers live and breathe, it's an infusion of emotions that is ready to erupt. And that's what you saw with the Boston Celtics, because we didn't think we was going to get this far. But now we have a clear pathway to the finals. So each win, the emotions start to go to another level. They're simmering in a pot. It's like boiling water. Water's simmering right now. But if the Knicks win the NBA championship, they need to shut 34th Street down. They're gonna tear that whole place up, which we don't want. We don't want that to happen. But young folks are more emotional. If I was 35 years younger, I would be right out there climbing them poles like them young folks. But I got arthritis in my knees and I can't go out there. I'm not healthy enough to run around with those young folks. Now, I could go out there with those young folks, but I could only jump around for 2 minutes. New York City Police, National Guard. I mean, I think y'all need to put a plan together, because did you guys see the amount of young folks that was out there in front of the garden? And did you see the video when this young man had on a Pacer uniform? I mean, had the Pacer jersey, and they was throwing recyclable garbage bags at him? I'm gonna tell you this right now, Pacer fans. Don't come to the garden with your little uniforms on. These young folks don't care. If you're a Pacer fan and you come into game 1 or 2, a game 1 or 2 in Madison Square Garden, I would say you need to come incognito. Don't wear nothing that identifies you as a Pacer fan, because you're gonna get smacked, you're gonna get cursed out, you're gonna get garbage thrown at you. I don't condone that, but I think it's funny as hell. And this is why we have so much emotion. I'm in here watching the game. I'm the only New York fan on my block. I could easily go to New York, watch the game with the fellas, but no, I gotta represent the Knicks here where I live. I already ordered another hat, and I'm putting a New York Knicks a banner out there in front of the yard. So that's why the emotions are so. Oh, wait, said yes. I saw. Wait. What D'Lo said? Wait, let me put my readers on. Yes, I saw that they were disrespectful. They were. You saw that? You saw that the garbage, they threw the garbage on it? But it was disrespectful. It was funny as hell. And it was the guys, New York City, they got the clear blue recyclable bags. They threw like 3 of them at. D'Lo Mathis is right. It was very disrespectful. But you in the mecca of basketball, this is New York City. You're not gonna walk around in front of the garden talking crap with the New York Knicks or representing your team. The emotions are too raw. So let me ask you this question. And this is above my pay grade, but let's have a discussion real quick. If you guys in the chat room that are listening to the show right now, if you was New York City, say if you was the New York City mayor or the director of public safety or in a position of power, let's say the Knicks go to the finals and young folks are coming out there at 100,000, there's 100,000 people coming out there as far as the crowd. Put in the chat room, guys, your security plan. What would you guys do? What would you guys do? Freddie Jackson, what would you do? Like, what would be your plan? D'Lo Mathis, what would be your plan? Sister Soldier, what would be your plan? Miss Ming, what would be your plan? All the LaShawns in the chat room, we got a lot of LaShawns, all the LaShawns in the chat. What would be your plan? Here, let's talk about it real quick. Let me show you. And we're gonna talk about the Mexican sailboat that crashed into The Brooklyn Bridge didn't get a scratch on it. And unfortunately, a few people died. Freddie Jackson, what would be your plan? Okay, let's talk about it real quick. Would you cordon off 34th Street between 6th Avenue and 8th Avenue and 34th Street and 33rd Street and just bar everyone from coming anywhere near the garden? Would you do that? Would you allow a certain amount of people to come into that area to celebrate? Would you do that? Remember when the Knicks are playing the Indiana Pacers in Indianapolis, they opening up the garden. I think it's $10 or $20. You could go in the garden and watch the game on the screen, which I would love to be a part of that. I would love to go to Madison Square Garden, go in the building and watch the game on the screen. I would love to do that. Oh, they said, wait, Shawn, they said that the Brooklyn Bridge was shaking. No, don't believe that. Don't believe that. Don't believe that, Sister Shawn. That bridge wasn't shaking. That bridge was built in 1890, whatever, with bricks. They put 17 million bricks up there to build that bridge. That bridge is not moving. I don't. Who said the bridge was shaking? And speaking of that, before we get, you see the soldiers? They were on those. What are those poles called? Those cells pole. They got the pole. They were up there already, and they couldn't even get down fast enough. And then the bridge, they hit the bridge. What you saying? And that's more of the reason why that was more of the reason why it was shaped as this old. Oh my God. Just because it's old. Okay, Sister Soldier, that's her opinion. I ain't mad at her. I think I saw the traffic stopped on the bridge. I mean, people were probably curious what was going on. Did the bridge, we're gonna look into that because that is a valid question. Did the bridge shake when that sailboat hit the bridge? Because they reported that there was no damage on the Brooklyn Bridge. They don't even have to come in there and paint. They don't have to come in there and realign the wires. They don't have to come in there and fix a brick or two. There's nothing happened to the bridge. That bridge was built with 950 million bricks. What is your security plan, guys, if the Knicks go to the NBA Finals? And say, God forbid, say they win the NBA Finals in New York. Oh my. There's nothing we could do about it. Who said something about the National Guard? A young man that was underneath the bridge while it was actually happening. Okay. Thank you. What's going on, guys? Oh, they said, oh, yeah, sure, you just said that. Oh, okay, wait. Gino Mathis says something interesting. Same plans they use when it's New Year's. Same plan they use when it's New Year's. That might be interesting. I think they should cordon off. I think they should allow the people to celebrate right there at the garden, but not have so many people there. Because if the Knicks win Wednesday, game 1 to the finals, people are going crazy. And LaShawn Haynes, how does that work with the subway? Should they get free rides home? Right? Lilo Mathis, what you think? Sister Soldier, what you think? I think the MTA should allow people just to get on a train and go home without paying. How does that work? I'm gonna research this, and we're gonna get some answers by Thursday. And remember, I don't know, throughout the months, and we're thinking about going 5 days, and Just let me pray on that and let's see if we can get that right. I mean, go live 5 days if possible. Let me see how that works. I have to really think about that just to see if I could be committed to it, which that's not a problem because I love this podcast. It's just the other moving parts that go with it. So we adding additional special guests. Like we had Todd Lawrence the other day, and we're gonna have a few others, so we could bridge that gap, so we can continuously, do the show. And then you saw the guy that fell off the rafter in the what do they call those things? Those cells, those poles. I gotta look that up. You see how he fell into it? He fell right into the water. But they said that it was a mechanical issue with the ship. The engine went out. It had motor problems, and it was sailing backwards out of control. I don't know if that's true. We gotta get more information. It was sailing backwards. So if it was sailing backwards, why was the soldiers on those rafts? They should have got down. What are they doing up there? And unfortunately, 2 people died. Hold on, what LaShawn said? People already get free rides by hopping the, I can't see the rest of it, by hopping the, but, oh, okay. So it says people already get free rides by hopping the trainer. Sean Hayes old people live in. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So it's not a naive question, but wait a minute. You're saying people are hopping. I know people hop the trains. I understand. But people hopping the train so much that it doesn't matter, LaShawn? What Princess said. Oh, look, breaking news. Princess said, I just passed the ship on the FDR Drive. Princess, did you take a picture of it? They said 2 soldiers died and a few of them are in critical condition, and it's unfortunate. And may these our condolences go out. But what they were doing with Princess? Is it a big ship? Pause. Is it a small ship? Because they said that the engine went out and it floated backwards into the Brooklyn Bridge. And Sister Soldier, they're talking about the bridge was shaking. She heard that from somebody else. And somebody that took a video said that the bridge was shaking. I don't believe the bridge was shaking. It's the Brooklyn Bridge. It takes a lot more than that to shake the Brooklyn Bridge. You think the Brooklyn Bridge is going to shake because of a bullshit, excuse me for cursing, sailboat? Nah. Brooklyn bigger than that. Brooklyn bigger than that. Brooklyn is not going to have a little sailboat shake its foundation. I don't think so. The Manhattan Bridge, I don't think so. The Trowbridge Bridge, I don't think so. The George Washington Bridge, I don't think so. The 59th Street in Queens, I don't think so. I don't think a sailboat gonna shake none of that. The Grand Concourse Bridge, none of that. The Kosciuszko Bridge, right? Am I saying that right, Princess? The Kosciuszko Bridge, none of that shaking. Can't shake New York like that. We're not gonna let a Mexican sailboat shake any of these NYC bridges. Negative, as they would say. What it says? He said you can see the broken top, though. Of course it's gonna be broken. Ran into the Brooklyn Bridge. Sister Soldier up there talking about she said she heard the bridge was shaking. The bridge was shaking. It was shaking with all them cars up there going back and forth. Not that little sailboat that was, I don't know where it was going. They said it was going somewhere to Europe. How that little boat was going to Europe, I don't understand. With 200 members on it. Princess, is it a big ship or a little ship? Ain't nothing shaking no Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, Trowbridge Bridge, 59th Street Bridge, George Washington Bridge. You think that bridge is you think that little sailboat it runs into the Verrazano Bridge and you think the Verrazano Bridge is shaking? Negative, Sister Soldier, negative. New York built different. You know that. And they said the sails was 150 feet, 160 feet high, and the clearance on the Brooklyn Bridge was 130 feet. And he's sailing backwards with no power. What happened to the power? Oh, yeah, that's right. And the Williamsburg Bridge. Thank you, Sister Soldier. And you think these bridges ain't shaking? No. These bridges been up there for 100 years, not even budging. So what we're going to say, Brooklyn Bridge 1, Mexican sailboat 0. Our condolences go out to these folks. And if I knew that the ship was going backwards, running into a bridge, and I'm sitting there on these sails, I'm climbing down. I'm climbing down. Thank you. NYC is built solid, right? Ain't nothing shaking. That Brooklyn Bridge said, give me another sailboat. They didn't even stop the traffic. They didn't even stop the traffic. What Princess said? What Princess said? Well, that shit about 50 feet. He said that shit about 50 feet now. You can't mess with New York City. Built different. We got a 34th Street and 8th Avenue and 6th Avenue problem with our young New York Knicks fans. LaShawn Haynes Jones just said it along with D-Lo Mathis. It doesn't even matter. They hop in the train. They getting on free anyway. And you think that a Mexican sailboat, God bless the Mexicans. I love Mexicans. You think, well, some Mexicans, you think that little sailboat is going to shake the foundation of the Brooklyn Bridge? Brooklyn ain't going for that. You know, Brooklyn built different. And it happened on, what side it happened on? It happened on the Manhattan, Princess. Did it happen on the Manhattan side or did it happen on the Jay-Z side? Guys, fill me in on that. Did it happen on the Manhattan side or the Crooklyn side? Did it happen on the Manhattan side or the BX side? Which side did it happen? Lucky if it happened on the BX side, that boat wouldn't even be there right now. And them Brooklyn neighbors would have went in there and snatched up whatever they could. You're getting robbed if it happened on the Brooklyn side. Thank you, sir. It happened on the Manhattan side. They lucky. They're lucky that it happened on the Manhattan side in the afternoon. Let that thing happen on the Brooklyn side at 1 a.m. Those Brooklyn criminals is coming in there and they compensating all type of valuables on that ship and you getting robbed. It looks like the Brooklyn side, but it's docked on the Manhattan side now. Which one is it, guys? Because if it crashed into Brooklyn at midnight, they robbing. It's getting smacked and nobody's getting saved. Manhattan side, it's cool. Now, if it crashed up in Harlem somewhere or on the other side, on the Dominican Republic side, getting robbed. And don't let that happen in the Bronx. Oh, my God. Let that happen on Triborough Bridge in the Bronx. Crackheads is coming, robbing the whole ship, taking the flags and everything. New York different. And we kept it pushing. Look what Brooklyn, look what Princess just said. It's docked over there somewhere. And life continues on. Nothing happened to that Brooklyn Bridge. Nothing. I even doubt if they even closed it. Did they close the Brooklyn Bridge? I don't think so. That little boat trying to disrupt traffic. What's more important? That boat crashing and 2 people dying or continuous traffic on the Brooklyn Bridge? You know what it is. It's number 2. It's continuous traffic. They said if there's the structure of the bridge, all right? Yeah, bridge, cool. Keep that traffic popping. Little sailboat. Thank you. Sister Soldier, you are the moderator of this group right now. You Google what you Google. Just tell me what you Google. Because Sister Soldier's the one starting this mess. And by the way, Sister Soldier is in the Shawn Harvey Morning show featuring the Wake Up Team penalty box because she's not a Knicks fan. And she will remain in that box until this playoff situation is over, and then she could come back out. I'm about to get out of here. New York City, you know what it is. I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx. I was in the Bronx Saturday, and I was in Harlem yesterday. I was in Brooklyn last week. I'm in New York more than I am here where I live. As the young folks would say, that's facts. Go Yankees. But there will be no disruption of New York City traffic and the way New Yorkers live because this little sailboat decided its engine to get cut off and run into the Brooklyn Bridge that's been built with bricks, one at a time, with 17 million bricks. And there was no damage at all to the Brooklyn Bridge. And you think that New York's going to stop traffic because of that little bridge, that little sailboat? My condolences to the family, but that's not happening. What's going on here? What's going on here? It happened on the east side, but did it happen on the Manhattan side or did it happen on the Brooklyn side? Shawn, I'm not in your imaginary box. You are in my imaginary box. You are in the penalty box. You're not a New York Knicks fan. I love you to death. We appreciate you every show. You're one of the founders of this show as far as the chat room. Well, not the founders, but you know what I'm saying. Princess is really one of the founders. But this New York Knicks thing runs real different. So if you're not with us, you're against us. But because we have so much love and respect for you, we got to put you in that box. You're in the penalty box. You're not a Knicks fan. God bless you. We need you on this show each and every morning, but you got to stand in this box. And you can't even sit down. You got to stand up the whole time. We're going to give you some water, and that's it. Princess, thank you so much for the recap. Thank you for letting us know what's going on. Sister Soldier, thank you so much for letting us know what's happening with you. And thank you so much for being so courageous to let us know that you're not messing with that blue and orange. And I do respect that. Hold on, guys. I do respect the fact that you are not messing with that blue and orange. That's why you have to stay in the penalty box right now. But I appreciate your honesty. Everybody, guess what? The one and only, the beloved, Princess Cox, no pause. The first member that put the black heart in the chat room. He's also a SEAL team member. We need new members. Princess is only you and I now. You got it. If you're nasty like Princess and I, please apply for the SEAL team. Princess. Yeah, she bailed out. She's done. You and I are the only two nastiest folks in this room. If you're nasty and you want to be involved in the SEAL team on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team, please apply. Princess, God bless you. Let us know what's going on in BK.
God bless you too, brother. Now listen, I'm driving, so I can't keep texting back and forth.
Talk to me.
It happened. I don't care what Google says. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I know what it looks like.
Yes.
I've seen the crash, like everybody's seen it. It crashed on the Brooklyn side of the East River. Yes, it happened on the east side, but it happened on the east side of the Hudson River. That's what Google is telling you. Shonda.
Yeah.
Google is telling you it happened on the east side, but there's a west side. That's where the West Side Highway is.
Yeah.
And then there's the east side where the FDR separates. The east side separates Brooklyn and the east side of Manhattan.
Yes.
But the shit crashed on the east side because the shit, it even hit like it hit the dock over there by that carousel is by Dumbo, Brooklyn.
Right. So it hit on the Brooklyn side.
It crashed on the Brooklyn side, but it's docked on the Manhattan side right now.
Yo,
at Pier 36.
Yo, Brooklyn, stand up. You see Brooklyn's work? You see that work? Don't come too close to Brooklyn. Don't come too close to Brooklyn with your little sailboat.
How was your workout?
Don't come too close to Brooklyn with your little sailboat. You get smacked in the mouth, and that's what happened. And Princess, I noticed that traffic did not stop. I don't think they closed this bridge, sir.
Nah, they ain't closed. I just, you know where I'm coming from.
Yo, they gotta keep Brooklyn open. Brooklyn needs to be open. You can't sit there, that little sailboat gonna crash into the Brooklyn Bridge and they're gonna stop traffic. No, excuse me, that was collateral damage. Our condolences go out to them folks that perished on that little pole up there. But they're not stopping no traffic. Brooklyn and Manhattan continues to stay open.
God, man, go up there holding the lights or whatever they was doing up there. And next thing you know, you hanging from the ship and then you fall? Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, right. And it was like a nice day outside, and I'm for sure they was doing that for the optics. You know, they sailing down the Hudson River, and you know, you could see everybody on those little rafters, and I think the optics of it was probably unbelievable. They had the lights popping. It was a good look. And then they said the engine failed and it was going backwards into the Brooklyn Bridge. And I don't know why these sailors couldn't get off these rafts fast enough. But it is.
Nah, they was too high. They know they would have had to jump there. They know you could climb down in time. Yo.
No.
Yo.
No.
Hey, yo, Shawn, you know what's crazy? I don't think they saw it coming because their back was turned to the bridge. The people that was up there on those things, their back was turned to the bridge. If you really look at it, I don't think they saw it coming, bro.
Hey guys, breaking news. Tiffany Thompson from back in the days in the chat room. Y'all show us some love. Welcome back, Tiffany. God bless. We still here, Tiffany. But see, Princess, this is where I disagree with you. If it was us black folks up there on those rafts, we looking both ways and we running down. See, us black folks, we're not soldiers like that. We are getting off those rafts. We jumping on top of each other. We are getting off of those little rafts. I don't care how fast it was going. It was going backwards. As soon as we see that bridge, we are all fouling out of there. Now, you might be right. It was going backwards. Say again? What you said, Princess?
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, I ain't saying anything. I'm listening.
Now, if it was going backwards, like Princess said, and they couldn't see it, boy, that is unfortunate. Oh my God. And then all of a sudden it collapsed.
Yeah.
Brooklyn,
Yeah.
I want to applaud you. You put in that work. You damaged the boat. And you kept that bridge open. And Princess is giving us breaking news. He just drove right past it. And he sees it over there straddled up on the Manhattan side.
Yeah, Pier 36.
It's on Pier 36 sitting there. And you know what they're going to do? You know what they're going to do? They're going to repair it and they're going to get it back on its way, wherever it was going.
Yeah.
Because that's the way the world moves. Everybody, well, show Tiffany Thomas some love. Y'all clap for her. She hasn't been around in so long. And God bless you. We appreciate you for tuning in. And we hope everything is all right with you. But if that boat, Princess, would have crashed in the Bronx, we robbing it.
Nah.
Robbing that boat. Robbing that boat.
Yo, Shawn, I think I saw a video clip of you in the Bronx back in '76.
I know you sent me that last year. I thought that was funny. I got to look at it one more time. It might be me.
It might be, right?
Princess, I'm going to ask you this last question. We're going to get out of here. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Princess, if you was head of public safety, New York City, or the mayor of New York City, how would you control these young folks from coming to Madison Square Garden as the Knicks get closer to the NBA Finals? They're only 8 wins away from the championship. Princess, you're a New Yorker. You're from Brooklyn. How would you do
the young people from coming over there?
Yeah, because them young folks are coming. There's 100,000 of them coming every night.
I'll throw like one of them free drill concerts. You know that drill music these little fools listening to now? Yeah. I'll throw a free drill concert in Central Park somewhere and let them, they all go there. And they won't show up to New York. They won't show up to the garden.
This is what I say. Let them all rock out. Let them all rock out. And Let the Knicks win the games in the NBA Finals in New York. Let them tear it down. Let them tear it down.
Somebody gonna get robbed though.
They're gonna have a gangbang out there.
Somebody gonna get robbed. Hey, yo, I'm about to run in court, fight this ticket, man.
I'm holler at you. All right, guys. We appreciate you. That was Princess Cox, No Pause, Black Heart, the original one. You already know he's calling in. He let us know what was going on. Everybody, let's welcome back, or let's say hello to Tiffany Thompson. She hasn't been in the chat room in so long. It is so good to see you. Hope all is well. What's going on with you, girl? Welcome back to the show, or if you're just stopping in, it's such a pleasure. Everybody, just before we get off the air, just show Tiffany some love. Tiffany, at the moment, we're here Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays. I was also actually letting the group know we're going to see if we can expand back to 5 days in the near future, hopefully by the time the year's out, the way we used to do the show organically. All right, guys, that's it. We're done. I truly appreciate you. We had a great show today. And just remember this, moving forward for the next couple of weeks, our beloved Sister Soldier is in the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team penalty box because she's not a Knicks fan. Now, if you're not a Knicks fan, like Sister Soldier, feel free to jump into the penalty box. Oh, wait a minute, Tiffany, aren't you a Pacer fan? Aren't you from Indianapolis? Tiffany Thomas, are you, serve me right, my memory right before we leave. Hold on, guys, don't go nowhere yet. Tiffany, if you're still there, are you from Indianapolis? Or Alabama, which I've forgotten. Where are you from? Hold on, hold on, we got you. What Sister Soldier's there? No, Shawn, don't go spreading that bad news. Everybody, if you're not messing with the Knicks, you're not messing with me. Sister Soldier is a big part of this group, and we know this. But she will be regulated to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team penalty box for the duration of this NBA playoffs. Put the hearts in the chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, turned down for what? And LaShawn Oliver, it was good. I was telling the folks the other day, it was good seeing you at the supermarket. So LaShawn was over in my hood. She was over there by my supermarket. And LaShawn and I had a business meeting earlier that day, because we're doing some things out here with community service next year out in the Lehigh Valley. And a few hours later, we run into each other at the supermarket. And it was so good to see you, sis. God bless you. All right. That's it. Guys, a special guest this Thursday coming up. Jamie, don't miss this one. Jamie Roberts, Comedy in Harlem, is in the building this Thursday. We have special guests throughout the week. Thank you so much. Oh, wait a minute. Tiffany Thomas is from Indiana. Are you a Pacers fan? Hurry up and respond because I have to get off. And if you are a Pacer fan, we need reports from you from Indiana. We need reports from you on the ground. You will be our reporter from Indiana. If you're from Indiana, you should be a Pacer fan, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you will be delegated into that penalty box along with Sister Soldier. Sister Soldier, do you know Tiffany Thomas? Do you remember her? And if you do, please reach out to her. She's from Indiana. She must be a Pacer fan, which means she will be parked in the penalty box along with you. The show's 1 hour. I know I went over. The show's 1 hour, but I know I went over. Tiffany, are you an Indiana Pacer fan? Let the group know. Because we're going to utilize you if you could come back into the chat room. We need reports on the ground about, let's see. Oh, okay, cool. Wait. She says, from Chicago, West Side resident, but I can't read the rest of it. Okay, wait. Okay, wait a minute. From Chicago's West Side, resident of Indiana for 7 years. But are you a Pacers fan? You rocking with the Pacers? And if you are, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. You are the enemy. You are the enemy. And if you are the enemy on this show, I want you to meet Sister Soldier. Oh, she's a Bull fan. That makes sense. She's from Chicago. She moved to Indiana, but she's a Bulls fan. But because you're even listen, you're from Chicago, and thank you for your honesty. She lives in Indiana now. See, even you living in Indiana, Tiffany, we're gonna have to put you in the penalty box with Sister Soldier. You live in Indiana. You automatically go into the penalty box. Okay? Sister Soldier, meet Tiffany time. But before we leave, let's give both of them a round of applause. Tiffany Thomas, was this her first day back in years? And Sister Soldier, our beloved, are relegated to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team penalty box because they're not rocking with the Knicks. Let's give them both a round of applause. Sister Soldier, meet Tiffany Thomas. They're both in the penalty box. You will both be in the penalty box for the duration of this playoff series. To all my other Knicks fans, stand up. Stand up. All right, guys. It's your boy, Shawn Harvey. God bless you guys. It was such a pleasure for you guys to spend time with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the show. I truly appreciate you guys. Be safe. I'll do some pop-ups before our Thursday show. Please tune in. The one and only Jamie Roberts, co-owner and comedian of the comedy club, the Comedy in Harlem, and a black-owned comedy club, will be our special guest this Thursday. I'll do some pop-ups in between then. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with SennyJ. And Tiffany, wait till I let SennyJ know that you was in the chat room today with SennyJ and Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. God bless you guys. See you in a few days. Be safe and have a great day. Your boy is out. Let's go.